Have you ever observed how certain individuals can enter a room and immediately command respect without saying a single word? They do not raise their voice, they do not seek attention, yet the way others perceive them is noticeably different. From a psychological standpoint, this phenomenon is not accidental. It is the result of subtle nonverbal signals and internal states that influence how others interpret presence, confidence, and authority. There was a time when I experienced the opposite. I felt socially invisible, overlooked in conversations, ignored in group settings, and often treated as if my presence carried little weight. This pattern persisted across multiple environments, including school and professional settings. However, a significant shift occurred when I began making a series of small, deliberate behavioral adjustments, 5 to be precise. These changes were neither complex nor performative. Yet, the impact was profound. People began to listen more attentively, seek my input, and respond with a level of respect that had previously been absent. What is particularly noteworthy is that this transformation did not rely on speaking more. In fact, it often involved speaking less. Today, I will outline these 5 principles, progressing from foundational to more advanced, that can be applied immediately. They require no specialized skills, only awareness and consistency. Before we begin, it is important to clarify a common misconception. Respect is not derived from dominance, aggression, or self-promotion. Authentic respect operates at a more subtle level. It is perceived rather than demanded, often without conscious awareness. 1. Postural integrity. Stand like a winner. Human perception is highly responsive to nonverbal cues, particularly posture. Individuals who are perceived as confident typically maintain an upright posture, shoulders relaxed yet aligned, head level, and body language open. This is not rigidity, but grounded presence. In contrast, a contracted posture, lowered gaze, rounded shoulders, minimized physical space can signal insecurity or withdrawal. Neurologically, observers make rapid, automatic judgments based on these cues. An upright posture is often interpreted as competence and self-assurance, even before any verbal interaction occurs. A simple adjustment, such as sitting or standing upright with slight shoulder alignment, can immediately alter both self-perception and external perception. 2. Behavioral tempo. The power of slowness. Respected individuals often exhibit a slower, more deliberate pace in both movement and speech. This is not inefficiency. Rather, it reflects internal regulation. When a person moves or speaks rapidly, it can signal anxiety or urgency. In contrast, slower, intentional behavior communicates composure and control. Observers tend to associate calmness with authority. Consider 2 individuals entering a meeting. One arrives hurriedly, speaking quickly, and acting impulsively. The other enters with measured movement, pauses before speaking, and maintains composure. Consistently, the latter is perceived as more credible and influential. By intentionally slowing down walking, speaking, and even responding, you signal that you are not governed by external pressure. This creates a psychological effect in which others become more attentive and receptive. 3. Eye contact regulation. Eye contact plays a central role in interpersonal perception. Avoidant gaze behaviors, such as frequently looking away, can be interpreted as discomfort, lack of confidence, or disengagement. Conversely, appropriate eye contact conveys presence, attentiveness, and confidence. The key is balance. Maintaining eye contact for approximately 3 seconds, followed by a brief, natural break, creates a rhythm that feels both confident and socially comfortable. This avoids the extremes of avoidance or excessive staring. Research in social psychology suggests that consistent, regulated eye contact increases perceived credibility and trustworthiness. Even when the verbal message remains unchanged, improved eye contact alone can significantly alter how one's input is received. 4. Active listening as social influence. Contrary to common belief, respect is not earned by speaking more, but by listening effectively. Most individuals engage in what is known as anticipatory listening. They focus on preparing their response rather than fully processing what is being said. In contrast, Highly respected individuals practice active listening. This involves full attention, subtle verbal acknowledgments, and thoughtful follow-up questions. From a psychological perspective, being genuinely heard fulfills a fundamental human need for validation. When individuals feel understood, they naturally attribute higher value to the listener. Thus, by shifting focus from self-expression to understanding others, you increase both connection and respect. 5. Strategic use of silence. Silence is one of the most underutilized tools in communication. In high-stimulation environments, such as conflict, debate, or group discussions, most individuals react by speaking more, often competing for attention. However, the individual who remains composed and observant during these moments occupies a different psychological position. They are perceived as controlled, thoughtful, and selective. When this person eventually speaks briefly and clearly, their words carry disproportionate weight. Silence, in this context, functions as a signal of discernment. It suggests that one speaks not out of impulse, but with intention. The underlying principle, self-respect. While these 5 strategies are effective, they are not the true foundation of respect. At a deeper level, respect from others is a reflection of self-respect. Maintaining posture reflects respect for one's physical presence. Moving deliberately reflects respect for one's time and pace. Holding eye contact reflects respect for one's own worth. Listening reflects respect for others. Using silence reflects respect for one's words. These behaviors cannot be convincingly imitated without internal alignment. People are highly sensitive to incongruence. They perceive authenticity at a subtle level. Practical integration. To summarize, maintain an upright, grounded posture. Slow down your movements and speech. Use steady, balanced eye contact. Prioritize listening over speaking. Apply silence with intention. Rather than attempting to implement all 5 simultaneously, begin with 1. Practice it consistently over the course of a week and observe the shift in how others respond to you. Small behavioral adjustments, when aligned with internal awareness, can produce significant changes in social perception. And ultimately, respect is not something you demand, it is something you embody.